As soon as the blood moon activates in the sky, the entire ancient trial ground turns completely red. Everyone present in any corner of the trial ground looks up at the sky. The people in the distant trial ground are extremely shocked the moment they see the blood moon, and in confusion, they begin discussing among themselves what this blood moon actually is. Then someone else also asks, "Why has a blood moon suddenly appeared in the sky?" Meanwhile, the demons and other monsters present in the trial field are also extremely shocked and panicked upon seeing the blood moon. They start talking among themselves in confusion about what this is and why this is happening. And on the other side, where our hero is standing, the blood moon in the sky becomes clearly visible right in front of him. At that exact moment, the stats of this wind-flower blood moon activate before our hero. Now, its level had risen to 90. Its strength reached 1.5 million, while its agility and spirit both climbed to 1 million, and its constitution, a monstrous 2.5 million. It gained terrifying new abilities, infinite pollen bombardment, and petal devour, and its traits, tempest armor, complete immunity to wind element attacks, and worst of all, rapid regeneration. Seeing these stats, our hero becomes slightly nervous and, muttering in fear, says, "This aura, that blood moon is a special kind of creature." Then, looking up at the sky, he commands his skeleton king to destroy it. Hearing our hero's order, the skeleton king quickly draws his massive sword and activates the god-slaying skill, creating a powerful slash and releasing it toward the blood moon. The slash speeds forward and collides with the blood moon, slightly cutting the spot where it strikes. The blood moon is indeed slightly cut. However, at that very moment, petals begin to fly upward from below toward the blood moon. They gather at the damaged area and start restoring it. Seeing this, our hero says in shock, "So this is its rapid regeneration ability." Just then, small red pollen particles begin to release from the blood moon and move toward our hero, surrounding him from all sides. Seeing this, our hero is slightly startled and says, "This is pollen. This is not good." As soon as the pollen gathers around our hero, the blood moon uses the infinite pollen explosion skill. All the tiny pollen particles begin to explode, engulfing our hero and blasting him directly. This continues for some time. While these explosions are happening to our hero, the blood moon monster also releases a large number of petals toward the headless horseman skeletons standing at a distance. The petals swirl around the headless horseman and begin to fall onto the ground. But as soon as the petals touch the ground, they do not explode this time. Instead, roots begin to grow out of them, rapidly expanding. Seeing this, our hero exclaims in shock. They didn't explode. Instead, they took root and sprouted. At that very moment, massive roots surge forward at incredible speed toward our hero's headless horsemen, wrapping around them and destroying them. The roots bind the headless horsemen and use a skill called petal devour, absorbing their power through the roots. Witnessing this, our hero, completely shocked, shouts, "The power of the headless horseman is being devoured. This is the power of laws." Meanwhile, where our hero stands, the explosions have finally stopped. However, he is severely injured from the blasts, with scratches all over his body. Looking at the blood moon monster's attack abilities, he feels shaken, shocked, and nervous as he says, "The power of laws. One usually can only come into contact with it at the peak of level 95. But this wind flower is only level 90. How can it wield the power of laws? Could it be that there's something wrong with this blood moon?" While thinking all this, our hero immediately uses the strong soldier ability and says, "Let's try to kill it by force." And as soon as he uses the strong soldier ability, because of the skill, the skeleton king feels a surge of powerful energy, and once again uses the god-slaying slash skill. This time, the slash from the god-slaying skill is far more powerful, and it rushes toward the blood moon at incredible speed. However, at that very moment, massive roots burst out from the ground and quickly begin to cover the blood moon. The huge roots wrap around it from all sides, protecting it completely. But just then, as the skeleton king's slash reaches the blood moon, it tears through those roots and collides directly with the blood moon, destroying it. Seeing this, our hero says with relief, "This time it worked." However, turning serious, he quickly uses the undead gaze skill and says, before it fully recovers, finish it completely. As soon as undead gaze is activated, a tower made of undead energy rises from the ground. It quickly opens its doors, and as a giant eye emerges, it immediately activates Soul Flame. The flames of the Soul Flame rush forward and engulf the Blood Moon, which has already been split into 2 halves, preventing it from recovering. Because of the Soul Flame, the small petals are having difficulty restoring it. Seeing this, our hero says, still trying to regenerate. Even though the small petals are trying their best to recover, slowly moving forward to restore it, our hero looks at them and says coldly, don't even think about it. Immediately, he pulls out the bone spear from his inventory and says, I'll send you off. Then, without hesitation, he throws the bone spear directly toward the split Blood Moon. The bone spear flies forward, destroying the petals in its path, colliding with the Blood Moon and completely destroying it as it passes through. At that same moment, from below, the Skeleton King uses the Elemental Riot skill. A powerful elemental attack surges forward at tremendous speed and collides directly with the Blood Moon, causing a massive explosion. The blast is incredibly powerful, its impact shakes the entire area, and in a single instant, the Blood Moon is completely destroyed. As soon as the Blood Moon is destroyed, our hero receives the notification. After slaying the Windflower Blood Moon, our hero gained a massive 12 million experience. As for the rewards, he obtained the Windflower Heart, Windflower Essence, and Windflower Seeds. The Windflower Heart, a legendary material, capable of forging legendary grade weapons. The Windflower Essence, another legendary material, used to upgrade equipment, even enhancing it to boss level quality. And the Windflower Seeds, which can be cultivated to grow a windflower with mysterious and powerful effects. Then our hero moves forward toward the place of the explosion. A huge crater has formed there, and an item is lying on the ground. The moment he sees it, he says, got it. That item is the Blood God Disc, a mythical grade weapon, the weapon of the Blood God. As our hero picks up the disc, he mutters in shock. So it was actually the weapon of the blood-devouring god. No wonder it could use a trace of the power of the devouring law. If the level of that Blood Moon had been any higher, it might have even devoured my attacks. Then it would have been impossible to kill. Then, quickly placing it into his inventory, he says, however, this thing isn't of much use to me. It might be suitable for Teacher Meng Anwen. After finishing everything here, our hero immediately activates his skeleton wings and flies into the sky at full speed, heading forward as he says, time to find the next place to level up. After our hero leaves, some time later, both the demons and the dragon warriors arrive at the battlefield. Seeing the marks of the explosion and the battle, they are left stunned. One of them says, this lingering aura, it's from a god-level battle. Another adds, since when did the ancient trial grounds produce someone like this? At that moment, another monster says, it's not the aura of our demons. Could it be the human race? Hearing this, the other monsters respond cautiously, let's lie low for now. Don't come out for activities anytime soon. Meanwhile, our hero is moving forward at full speed through the ancient trial grounds. Ahead of him, powerful thunder is striking down from the sky. Looking at the thunder, our hero says, I've arrived at the territory of the Thunder Tree race. The Thunder Tree and the Wind Flower. They should be the most representative monsters of the Wind Thunder continent. Just then, his gaze falls upon a powerful tree monster, with thunder constantly releasing from above and all around it. Looking at that tree, our hero says, that must be the Thunder Tree King? Stopping in his tracks, he raises his hand and says, its aura is strong, but it hasn't reached the god level. Then I'll use it to help me reach level 73. Without wasting a moment, he quickly summons his skeleton army. The entire skeleton army is called forth, and then he summons the Skeleton King as well. As soon as he summons the Skeleton King, the surrounding skeleton army begins to transform into elemental particles, gathering together at one place. All those elemental particles converge and begin forming the Skeleton King. Within moments, the Skeleton King is fully created. The instant it appears, holding its massive sword forward, It stands directly in front of the Tree King monster in an attack stance.